Hello. Hey guys, good morning or good afternoon, whatever way you want to look at it. Hey Facebook and or YouTube, because I'm probably going to end up putting this one onto YouTube, I dare say. All right, so give me a sec. We'll wait and see if anyone can come on live. I've got an awesome story for you guys today with, as you can see by the hashtag, the point of the story and what I want you to take away from it. So while we wait, I'm going to play around with this because I haven't done a live stream in a few days. But the last time I did, you probably realized we had some black and white. Ooh, I do like. Yeah, I can play around with the colors now, which is kind of exciting. I had a bit of fun with that. No, not that one. Oh, I could totally do green. Okay, yeah, no, that's just going to give me a headache. I'm going to do this in black and white. Why not? Cool. Let's do that. Or do I go without a filter? What do you think? What do you think? Let me know. I'll go without a filter for now. I'll just leave it as it is. Cool. Cool. All right. So I'm going to get started. As you can see by the name today, I've got a bit of a story for you, right? So this is the story of the day when I got told I'm too big for my wedding dress. And this is not going to be the story that you think it is. So if you're there, say hi. Let me know. Let me know what filter you want me to use while I play around with this. Cool. All right. So let me take you back a little bit. So as you can probably tell from the hashtag for this stream, right? I want to talk to you about a story that I've got about the day that I got told I was too big for my wedding dress. But more to the point, it's going to be about the hashtag, which is something I've been seeing around a little bit, and I thought I'd steal it today, and that is unfuckwithable. And I think it's a really cool way of basically saying that your mindset, your everything is so powerful, so strong that no one can fuck with you. No matter what they do to you, they cannot sway you. You are set. You are going to be a success. Regardless, no one can fuck with you. No one can get in the way of that, right? And that is what I believe unfuckwithable is. Everyone, I dare say that's probably what most people think it is as well. Let me just move that up. Cool. So let me take you back a little bit. Now, when I went shopping for my wedding dress, I went with my bridesmaids, and when we were trying on dresses, we had a lot of fun. I went to like all the really expensive places and everything, but I honestly didn't like anything there. Nothing really stood out to me as being particularly special or anything. We ended up at this one store, which I won't name because obviously I don't want to, give any bad press or anything like that. And that's where I ended up buying the dress. So I'm not going to bag it out or anything like that. I can't even remember where it was now. But anyway, we were in one of the stores, right? And I tried on a few dresses, and there was a couple that I really, really liked. And then there was one, which was the one, right? And I remember when I actually came out of the change room after putting this one on, you know that look that you get, like, the one that you see in the movies where everyone's like, oh my God, that's the one. That was it, like from my bridesmaids. Like you could just tell on their face that they're like, yeah, this is the dress. I wasn't totally sold on it straight away, to be honest. I really, really liked it, but I think had this idea in my head of what I wanted my dress to be like, and I hadn't sort of really opened myself up to, well, what actually would look best on me. I did love it. I really did. And so I could tell straight away on their faces that was it. They're like, yep, that's the dress. And it was, it still is, I still have it. So it was a sample size, right? Which means that it was one of the, last of, and it was a small size. At the time, I was probably still veering between a 12 and a 14 in Australian sizes. So if you're in the US, that's probably, I think you guys go like 4 numbers under. So it would have been like, 12 minus 4 is 8. So 8 to 10, I guess. And this sample size was a size 8 from, like I said, 12 to 14 in Australia, right? So it's a corset dress, and I think if you scroll through long enough in my Facebook feed, you'll see some photos of me from my wedding day and the dress and everything. Right, so it was a size 8, and it fit me, obviously, because the corset still did up and everything. However, being a corset, there is obviously, if you've ever tried it on, if you're a guy, then here's your little learning curve with a corset with like the lace and all that kind of strappy stuff. There's kind of a general size range where it looks best in terms of the way the material sits and the way that the lace will like tie up. And then there's like, a bit of give and take. So it's really cool having a corset dress because obviously you've got a bit of room to move. However, there is definitely a certain range where it looks best. And I wasn't in that range yet. Not at the time I tried it on. However, I love the dress. My bridesmaids love the dress. We absolutely just fell in love with it. And that was it. Put my deposit down, collected it a week later, done and done. And it never occurred to me, right? And this is where I'm going to head into this sort of unfuckwithable mindset, right? It just never occurred to me that I wouldn't look amazing in this dress, that I wouldn't be able to lose a few kilos. In the end, I think I lost probably about 8 kilos before my wedding, actually. It was quite a lot. And I wouldn't do it again because next time, now that I'm losing weight, I'm actually more so losing size rather than worrying about the scale. It was a very different sort of focus for me. However, at the time, I lost a lot of weight before my wedding. And when I tried on the dress, it just never occurred to me that I might not, that I might say I'm going to lose weight and not. And it just didn't occur to me. I just went, well, that's just going to happen. I know that's going to happen. I'm going to make it happen. It's not an option. It's not like a wish. It's going to happen. I'm going to make it happen, plain and simple, right? So it never really occurred to me, right? But this is the day that I got told that I'm too big for this dress was not the day I tried on the dress. It was actually a week before my wedding. So I was at one of my bridesmaids' houses, and we were doing like a final sort of fitting just to check over everything, which we'd been doing beforehand. But I was there literally a week before the wedding, and I tried on the dress, and my friend, my bridesmaid, said, look, I don't know what you're planning to do for the next week, but don't lose any more weight, because if you lose any more weight, this dress will be too big for you. Basically, she said, look, it's still fitting, it's still tying up and everything, but you're starting to get quite a lot of the material underneath. And if you have any more material underneath, it's going to start to get scrunched up. It's not going to look right. So just don't lose any more weight in the next week, basically, is what she said. And I'm like, oh, okay, wow, well, didn't expect that, I guess. But yeah, okay, cool, I can work with that. And that was when she actually told me for the first time, and I did not know this because obviously my bridesmaids kept this from me at the time, which is fine. After I tried on the dress in the shop, and we all loved it and fell in love with it and everything, and pretty much said, yeah, I want this. I then sort of went and kept looking around the store because that's just what I do. I'm one of those people that I can't just choose something and go with it. I have to see everything else just to be really sure. And I'm working on that. That's a trust issue with myself, I think. However, I am working on that. So while I was doing that, I found out this a week before my wedding. This is what my bridesmaid told me. She said, by the way, the day that you tried on the dress, when you went away for a bit, the shop assistant, or whatever you call the girl, the one that was helping us, helping me put on the dresses and try on the dresses, she actually came up to us when you walked away and said, you need to talk her out of it. You can't let her buy that dress. She doesn't fit it right, and she's not going to lose the weight to be able to fit it right. Right? Now, I didn't know this. She didn't say that to me. But she made it very clear to my bridesmaids that, yeah, look, you need to talk her out of it. I know she says she's going to, this was my favorite part. I know she says she's going to lose weight and fit into it. And every bride says that, but she won't. And so she won't fit it. And then you're going to have a problem because you can't really adjust this one it's going to be difficult to adjust, right? And my bridesmaid said, I'm like, okay, wow, that's intense. What did you say to her? And my bridesmaid just said, basically, I just said, you don't know Anna. If she says she's going to do it, she's going to do it. There's no doubt about that. It's not one of those like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm going to get married and I'm going to lose weight for my wedding. It's not a wish. Like she's not just hoping and praying that this will happen. You don't know Anna. If she says she's going to do it, she's going to do it. And there is absolutely no fucking way that she's committing herself to this and then not following through with it. And the lady's just kind of, she's like, oh, I know better. Sort of smiled and nodded and went, all right, well, it's your choice. If you don't want to tell her, that's fine. But I'm telling you, we get so many brides coming through and everybody says, I'm going to lose weight for the big day. And then most of them just don't. So just putting it out there, you should probably talk her out of it. And so I only found this out the week before my wedding. And look, to be honest, you know what? There's probably nothing better in this world than hearing someone, not nothing better. There's a lot of things that are better, but it's one of life's greatest joys, I believe, is basically hearing later after you've succeeded at something to have someone go, so-and-so didn't believe in you. They didn't believe you'd do it. You showed them. And obviously, like, this shop assistant has no idea who I am. She's not going to see this stream. She's not going to remember me or anything like that. So I don't even know her name. She's not going to know my name. So it's not about rubbing it in her face or anything like that. It's a personal victory, right? It's kind of one of those things where you go, well, I didn't even know that. And I honestly didn't. But the fact that I did exactly what I said I was going to do. Like, I knew that. And that was what I'm talking about with the unfuckwithable mindset. Like, I've made my decision that that's the dress I want. I don't look the way I want in it right now. I'm going to make sure I do. Plain and simple. There was no way I was backing down from that. There was no way I wasn't going to follow through and succeed. There was not a possibility on my radar. And B, I think the fact that my bridesmaids actually believed in me in this mindset just as much, that was kind of cool. So to know that when it came down to it on that day, when the shop assistant said to them, yeah, she's not going to fit that, you need to talk her out of it, they just basically were able to go, yeah, no, you don't know Anna. She'll do it. There is no doubt in our mind. And that, I think, speaks volumes about who you are as a person and who everybody else sees you as. And this is really important. Like, I know I try to talk about don't give a shit what anyone else thinks of you, do what you want, and that's true. However, to a certain degree, your friends know you really well because they've been around you for a long time. They see not only just what you say, but what you actually do. And this is a big thing. And some of them, they might not always break it to you in the nicest way, or they might not even, really stand up and say the things that they want to say all the time. But you hear stuff like this and you kind of go, well, wow, like they actually get me. They knew when that shop assistant said, you need to talk her out of that dress. She's not going to fit it. And she can't let her buy it because she's just going to regret it because she says she's going to lose weight, but she's not going to lose weight. And then you do. Well, then there you go. And your friends, your bridesmaids or whatever were there to say, well, you don't know her. You have no idea. Like, I understand that this is what you do. This is your job. And you see brides coming in and out every single day saying the same thing. Yeah, I'm just here to try on dresses. I'll now get it, 2-3 sizes smaller and I'll lose weight. And you just kind of go, yeah, right, okay. Because obviously they then see it coming back 2-3 months before the wedding where they come in for their fitting and they're like, okay, yeah, no, we need to adjust this. So I get where they're coming from. It's not, I know, well, I'm hoping that she didn't mean it in a cruel way. But I do know that it felt awesome to get that sort of validation to go, yeah, you know what? I am unfuckwithable. Like, I actually can just set my mind to something and just go, you know what? That's going to happen. There is no way that is not going to happen. Success is the only motherfucking option. Failure is not. Just to quote Eminem for a moment there, right? So that was it. That was my story. And I kind of wanted to, yeah, like I said, just err on the side of pushing that point of the mindset and of making a decision to commit to something, making a decision to do something and just making it absolutely no other motherfucking option. Just being, yep, that's it. It's going to happen. You can't stop me. Success is the only way. That you just can't, there's no other option to consider, basically. You give yourself no other option, and guess what? Very often you're going to succeed because there's no way out. There's no other option. Like for me, there was no option. It was, I'm going to fit that dress and I'm going to fit it perfectly, or what? I wear no dress? Like I had to, there was no option, right? And I knew that I was going to do it all along, regardless. So that didn't really matter at all. So I hope that story's kind of given you a bit of perspective, right? Settle on what you want and go after it with absolutely no reserve, with absolutely no backup plan. Take away all of those options. Take away the option that there might be a way that you might not do this. What will you do? What's your plan B? Take it all away and just nail it. Just nail it and just go there every single time. All right. I'm going to leave it there. It won't be too long a stream. Speaking of Unfuckwithable, there is only tomorrow. So today and tomorrow, 2 days left to get the 50% off early bird rate for the 14-day pre-event Slim Down. So this is the program that I'm launching on Friday. It is a take-home program, so it's not like a live thing or anything. You don't need to start it on Friday. You start it whenever the hell you want, but it's designed to be for a pre-event. So for example, friend's wedding, your wedding, whatever event it is that you want to look really, really good for. This is 2 weeks to get yourself looking the absolute best you possibly can. So as toned as possible, lose a few kilos, flatten out your stomach, whatever it is that you want. It's about getting you looking the best you possibly can in that outfit that you have in a short space of time, right? So this is not anything that's meant to be long-term. This is very much tailored. Think, supermodels, bodybuilders, figure models, that kind of stuff, the type of tapering that they do for a particular event, that's what we're talking about. There's a whole heap of stuff that goes into it in terms of your diet, your exercise, all these other things as well. That gets launched on Friday. You've only got until tomorrow night, though, to get the early bird rate. Once it's launched on Friday, it goes up to full price, right? So check that out. That's on www.annabrooks.com.au/14-day slim down. Get yours now, and I will see you guys soon. All right, bye.